Hello guys, so we're yet again to talk about nsfas. It seems like there's a lot of problems, a lot of info that is going out there. No one know which is correct, which one is not. So remember guys, this is not an nsfas channel. Just that for now, I wanted us to get this out of the way. I did a video about N+2 rule. You can check it out. It was explaining what N+2 rule is. And a lot of people came to me and say that, okay, my guy, we know what N+2 rule is, but we want to know, can we appeal this thing? What are the ways to appeal this thing? And that's basically what we're going to talk about today. So again, if you enjoy the content that we're putting out here, it will be good for me and for you. Should we be looking for information to subscribe so that when more content that are related to academics, institutions, you will be able to see them and be notified of them. Let's get to it. Lucky for me, I was able to get someone who got hold of the nsfas consultant. So that person was basically inquiring about the N+rule, N+2, because they registered in 2017. And we will hear what the consultant said about this. So let's just keep watching. But first of all, we would like to answer the question, can you appeal N+rule? And the question for that obviously has been circulating in Facebook. We know for sure that yes, you can appeal. But then there's just few options for you that you can appeal. So basically, if you're someone who was wrongly affected by this rule, you're on the good end of it. But if you indeed exceeded N+rule, you will need a proper reason for you to be considered funding for this year 2022. So on screen are the reasons that you can give why you exceeded N+2 rule. As you can see, there are few options that you can use to appeal. So this is for someone that indeed exceeded N+2 rule. So they are over the maximum period that were given by nsfas. These are the reasons that you can give should you want to appeal and be funded for this year. For someone who was wrongly affected by the rule, we're going to talk about it. That's what the consultant said. So first of all, option that you have here was that you were ill for 2 or more months. So for something like that, obviously we'll need a letter from the doctor maybe to confirm that indeed you were sick for those months. But then I'm not sure how you will be able to get a letter, let's say for 2018, that you were indeed sick, unless if maybe it was on record. If that is the case, I feel like it will be simple for you to go get those and then provide to nsfas as a proof that you were indeed sick for those months. And the second one that we have here on screen is you gave birth during the academic term. So if you gave birth during the academic term, you can appeal. You are one of the people that are allowed to appeal. This being one of the reasons why you exceeded your N-rule. And the other one is my disability affected my studies. So this is for someone who has a disability, I believe, and they can appeal there that, okay, just because of this, I wasn't able to complete my studies for a certain year, or it does, or it did affected my studies for a particular year. So if you're one of those, then yes, you're in luck. You can just go appeal and give this reason. I'm not sure how you can back it up as a proof. And then the last one, okay, not last, the next one is a death of an immediate family. So if there was a death in the family, obviously that can also be proved by a death certificate. During a certain year, you are allowed to appeal. You can just go provide a motivation letter, include your death certificate as a proof that indeed there was a family member that passed away on that specific year. Another one that we have is if you were subject to a violent crime. So if there was a crime that kind of disturbed you, bit of trauma there, you were traumatized, you are allowed to appeal because of that. So you just need to prove that, okay, this indeed happened. So this can be in form of a case that was open, maybe, I don't know, other things that you can provide, but you can provide some kind of a proof that indeed this crime did happen. And the next one that we have is you have less than 60 credit to complete your studies. So talking about my institution, my degree, so someone who has 60 credit to complete will be doing roughly 3 modules. Yes, 3 modules depending on the amount of credit way by each of the modules. So if let's say there are 16 credit modules, yes, you are someone who can do it. Some are 8. You can break it down like that and see that you have enough credit to appeal. So if you are one who is less than 60 or equal to 60 with your credit, then you can appeal. That is also allowed. And another one is you need to complete less than 3 subjects. So you have less than 3 subjects to complete your degree qualification. It's referred at my report 191. I'm not sure what 191 qualification mean. You can just check it out. I'm not sure what that means. Or else, lastly, you need less than 4 subjects to complete my report NCV qualification. So I'm just assuming that maybe those are for college people. I'm not 100% sure. So those are the options that you have if you want to appeal. So the answer is yes, you are allowed to appeal. So those who are saying that you're not allowed to appeal, you can, but there are just exceptions to that appeal if you want it to be successful. What are those exceptions? The list that we just went through and the one that is displayed here on screen. So that was for those who indeed exceeded the N+2 or N+1 and it was not affecting them in error. So what about those who were affected in error? As I've stated before, one was able to talk to the consultant and the consultant did confirm that for someone who did register first in 2017, doing a 4-year course is given extra 2 years to finish their degree. So meaning that they will be finishing their degree in 6 years. That is 2022. And there you have it. So if you are affected by this rule, yet still fall within the rule, it means that there might be an error in the system and is yet to be fixed. You do know that nsfas stuff do take time, so you just need to be patient as we were told not to panic about this. So if you still fall within the rule, you are in the safe side for now, but don't take my word for it because there's just a lot of information there that is being given out that you get to be confused about which is true and which is not. But for those who indeed exceeded, those were the options for you. You need to just have a reason, and the reason has to fall within the one that are given by nsfas. So what if one of the reasons that are there are not applicable for you? So what if you can't find the reason within the one that are given? Can you still appeal? And my answer to that will be no. Why am I saying this? When you appeal according to the way the system has been built, you are supposed to provide a reason. So if you can't provide those reasons, one of those at least, the system won't allow you to proceed. And if you randomly choose one there, you will at least have to justify that reasoning with proof. Hence, I'm saying that if it's outside those reasons, it will be hard for you to appeal. Let's just say it won't be possible because the system won't allow you to at least proceed without using one of those options that you're given there in the system. Last but not least, guys, checking your status. So a lot of people have been asking, is there another way, or please help me check my status? How can I check my status? The procedure is still the same way that you've been using, guys, just that there's a lot of people that are checking their statuses, hence there's too much traffic. You just have to find a way, find the time that will be best for you to check your status. Probably someone is saying midnight, but then if all of you are going for midnight again, you're just gonna have a problem. So you just have to pick a random time that you feel like, okay, these people will be sleeping, or these time there will be less traffic, and then check your status, because there is no other way in which you can check your status except going to the portal. And that's the only way that you can go to your portal using your email, your password, and sign in, check status. That's all I had for today, guys. So if you have more info, you're welcome to share with others, because there are a lot of people who are stressing about this. You get more info, you're welcome to comment on it, and we will look at it. It might help someone out there. Thank you, guys.